My goal at that time was to become a professional tennis player. I would do anything in the world to accomplish that goal. It was a time in my life where I didn't have to worry about things like running a business, organic chemistry, calculus, or meeting girls. It all began when I got into the finals of a local tennis tournament at the Sweetwater Country Club. I had defeated several other opponents that day and was now one match away from taking the finals and the championships of the tournament. Right away that morning when I got on the tennis court at 9 in the morning, I knew it wasn't going to be a typical day at the country club. My opponent was Chandler Smith. Chandler was a flamboyant teenager with powerful shots and a wild attitude to boot. I did my morning warm-up, my routine. I was nervous as can be. I was feeling all the nerves inside my body, but I knew I had to get the job done that morning, and I wanted to accomplish my goal, whatever it would take. Finally, after I warmed up my serves, my forehands, my backhand, even though there might not be enough room in here, the match began. It started out at 1-0 after I hit my forehand, my backhand, and Chandler started making a lot of unforced errors, which was easy. I became calm and confident that I would be able to win this match. I then was up 2-0, and then my opponent became even more frustrated. At 3-0, I knew I probably had this match. Now 4-0, a couple more missed shots from my opponent, and I was doing pretty comfortable at that point. My nerves started to go away, my tension started to ease, and I knew I had this. By 5-0, I was only one game away from winning the set. And in tennis, you need to win 6 games out of a set to win the set, and you play the best out of 3 sets. At 5-0, my opponent hit an amazing backhand drive down the line for a winner. And he said, "Come on!" And he had his coaches, his parents, and all of his friends watching on the sidelines. "Go Chandler! Go Chandler! Go Chandler! Go Chandler!" And I was here. I'm up 5-0 right now. And these guys are like cheering for him. I have this, right? Don't mess up, don't mess up. Obviously, when you try not to mess up something in life, that's when you mess up. I started to get tight all of a sudden. Suddenly, my powerful serve, I wasn't working as well as I wanted to. My backhand started getting a little tight. My forehand got a little bit tighter. I wasn't spinning it as well as I wanted to. And I started making a little bit too many unforced errors at that point. Suddenly, it was 5-1. I said, "Oh no, don't mess up now. Don't make any more mistakes. Because if you do, you might lose another game." Surely enough, I hit another mistake, and that gives my opponent another game. Now it's 5-2. At this point, I said, "It's 5-2. You still have, you only win one more game to win the set." Again, his coaches were, "Go Chandler, go Chandler, go Chandler. You got this game, you got this game." As they were saying that, I was just getting tighter and tighter, telling myself not to mess up. The nerves started to come back inside of me. Suddenly, I found myself at 5-all, equal to what Chandler had in terms of games. At that point, I knew it was toe-to-toe. It was the time to see who was going to take this set. Chandler was all pumped up at this point. He was like, "I'm going to do this. Come on! Let's go!" I was here like, next game, next game. He was, "Come on!" Point after point after point. At that point, it was 7-6, and he ended up winning that set. I could hardly believe, after being up 5-0, that I lost the set. The next set, I was also very tight. And his opponent was screaming, and the coaches, the parents, the supporters were all on the sidelines, rooting against me, making me feel like nothing.
Oh.
Miraculously, we end up getting all the way to 6-all. At this point, I relied on my backhand. I said, this is going to be my point right here. This is mine right here. And I hit a winner down the line and squeezed out a 7-6 victory in the second set. However, the third set was a moment of truth. Whoever wins this set will take home the championships. At this point, I was already 3 hours in, tired and sweating. We got to a changeover. We got the ability to sit down and think a little bit. And my inner coach started talking to me. Chris, what are you doing? We've been through so much together. You can do this. How many situations in life have you been through that you came through the situation and you persevered? I'm not really sure. I really want this, but I don't know. Stop that right now. This is your opportunity to make something big happen in your life. You're going to do it or you're not. Which one is it going to be? You've been through so much in your life. Now is the time to execute. Yeah, you're right. Yes, do it now. Get on that court. Get pumped up. Let's do this. This is your one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. As I got back on the court, I had tears in my eyes as I went up to serve. I remember all of the moments in my life that I never was able to take advantage of opportunities that would come before me. These were all the opportunities in my life that I had missed up to that point, but now it was that time. Eventually it came to match point, and I was only 1 point down. It was the last deciding point, and it was one of the longest points of my life. When is this guy going to miss? I hit my forehand, hit my backhand, hit my volleys, backhand volley. When is this guy going to miss? I stayed in the game, and finally, he hit the shot into the net. I raised my arms to the heavens, and I said, thank you, Lord. Finally, I fell to the ground. I don't know what happened to me. And I took the trophy, and it was mine. I won the championships. After winning that match, it changed my view of the world and what was possible for me in my life. I take these lessons that I learned from that one match into every difficult situation in life. I use this as a stepping stone to accomplish even greater things in life. Thanks, everyone.